Good morning, Oak Hill. This morning, Morgan and I woke up nice and early and met Mr. Hall for a good shoulder workout.
Then we all headed over to the dining hall for a nice breakfast of pancakes that may or may not have looked like the ones in the picture.
After breakfast, Matt and Kelly's group went on a way to Horsehoe Bay, and Andrew's group went snorkeling in the coral reefs. I was in Andrew's group and we went snorkeling, and we went to this place called the Spa, which stands for Special Protected Area. Although we couldn't touch or collect anything, it was so fun. I don't think I've ever seen so many fish in my life. Then we went to a snorkeling spot near the spa where we could collect organisms. We found conchs, starfish, snails, and even a lobster.
Knock on my door. Now every time I go for the mailbox, I gotta hold myself down, 'cause I just can't wait till you write me you're coming around.
Either right-handed or left-handed shells. So this one's right-handed because when you hold it siphon down, this is the siphon, and this is the apex. When you hold it siphon down, you can fit your right hand in there.
Oh, okay.
And if it would be left-handed, then it would be called a lightning whelk. That's on his body right here, guys. This is his foot right here, and he uses that to steady himself and move around. But yeah, they're really cool.
What are we doing? We're gonna wade to that island. Then we're gonna find some critters and capture them and then do evil experiments on them.
I was in the group that went wading, and it was so fun. We collected organisms like sponges and sea fans, and we even found a snail. Then you played this game called Barracuda Tag in the water. We also played a game where we were put into groups, and we were given a net that we pretended was an island. We had to build around the island the best we could for it to survive a storm.
We are mangroves!
And then, all of a sudden, we saw a nurse shark hiding in the mangroves. Matt, our group leader, snuck up behind it and caught it. Then he swam it all the way back to Seacamp, where we would later tag it. Then, we went to lunch and we had some sloppy joes. Delicioso.
After lunch, we had some free time, and the famous ship store was open. It's where you can buy Seacamp shirts, hats, koozies, and all sorts of stuff. It was super hot standing in line, though, so the ice cream was a plus.
After break was over, I went to the first lab of the day, the Shark Lab. Me and my group learned about sharks, what they eat, and that they really aren't that scary.
Next, we went to watch the shark that Matt caught earlier get tagged. There was a scientist there who taught us all about sharks and how to tag them. We also got to watch Morgan release the shark into the tank after it was tagged. It was so cool.
All right, Morgan!
Good job!
After that, we went back to our groups to learn a little bit more about sharks before we went in the shark pond. We went in the shark pond first, where we looked for sharks and other sea creatures. We didn't see any, though. It was kind of scary just floating on the surface waiting to see a shark.
What happened to your watch?
The shark ate it.
Ethan, Jacob, what are we doing here?
Well, right now we're looking for Cassiopea.
And what are those?
Jellyfish.
What kind of jellyfish?
Upside down.
Oh, what does that mean?
The tentacles go up.
Oh, are you excited about this?
Kind of. I don't want to get stung.
Or what happens if you get stung?
It hurts.
Do you die? Okay, good.
It just goes.
Ow!
Next, we went to go catch some Cassiopea jellyfish in the ocean. We were waiting, then all of a sudden, ouch! I got stung by so many! We eventually found some, but it was still a memory that will haunt me forever.
After the scary part was over, we went back to our groups and we studied the Cassiopea in blue tubs. We learned about where they live, what they eat, and how exactly they sting. We got to hold them and ugh, they were gross.
We had some free time after our classes before dinner. Me, Drake, Jacob, and the 7th grade boys played some football.
Then the bell rang. Ding dong, it was time for dinner. It was delicious. Do I remember what it was? No, I do not.
We had another break after dinner where we got to watch the beautiful sunset.
After our break, it was time for our Plankton Lab. where there was some learning and competition involved. We learned about what plankton was, what it eats, where it lives, and why they exist.
Then we got to look at water samples of plankton through microscopes.
I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, and it's trying to feel good. Hey, alright now.
Then it was time for some friendly competition where we split up into groups and saw who could make the plankton that took the longest to sink. Let's just say my group did not win.